like a faithful soul spirit right now.
Oh, excellent.
So then we
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
Good Sunday morning. What a beautiful day it was out there, isn't it?
Yes.
One of these days we're going to have enough chairs we'll go right outside and do the service. Look at that dog at the bay and the sailboats. It'll be beautiful. Today, it's the fourth week of Advent. So the focus for today is joy. So I might ask you once or twice today, are you living your joy? So y'all already go be thinking about it. Am I living in my joy? So if we will all stand up, if you are so inclined, if you're not, you may sit, and however you like to do it. And we are going to do the great invocation written by Charles Fillmore, one of the founders of Unity with his wife Myrtle. And the great invocation is just that. It is a great invocation, invoking Holy Spirit to come and be in this space. Change this normal place to a sacred space for our Sunday celebration service. So we are now in the presence of pure being, immersed in the Holy Spirit of life, love, and wisdom. We acknowledge thy presence and thy power, O blessed Spirit. In thy divine wisdom, now erase our mortal limitations, and from thy pure substance of love, bring into manifestation our world according to thy perfect law. Immersed in the Holy Spirit and immersed in love and joy. That's what joy is. When we immerse ourselves in love and happiness, we find joy. Immersing. It's like diving into the deep end of the pool. That's when you're immersed. I was a swimmer, so that's a good frame of reference for me. Diving into the deep end of the pool, and we just totally immerse ourselves in that joy, love, and happiness. So I hope that's what you're going to find here today during this celebration, because we have the Lauren Withers joining us as our special music. And you know, the Lauren always leads with her heart wide open. Absolutely, every single day of her life. She lives life immersed in that. And we are so grateful and thankful that she is part of our community. And then Tracy Johnson is going to be doing a sacred crystal bowl meditation for us this morning. What do you have to do? All we have to do is do a fabulous Sunday celebration. So, as soon as we get all the sound situated, I said, I don't think we've ever had so many wires. We have cords and wires. Thank you so much for being here. So now I'm going to turn it over to the line. Oh, you need this.
I like flow.
Good morning, happy Sunday. How are we feeling this morning? Yeah, blessed, good, grateful.
Let me get baguette settled.
So much business up top, and don't take yourself so seriously down bottom, right? Just a reminder. Kind of like the saints. Watching the beloved play a chess game with God. And the saints making those moves in sweet surrender. And the beloved still making those moves, believing they have 1,000 serious moves still.
And we're doing no speaking.
So on this beautiful day, I thought maybe a little Marley. So don't worry about the thing, oh, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Oh my love, say don't worry, no, don't worry about the thing, no. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Walk up this morning, smile at the rising sun. 3 little birds perched by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. Singing, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry, no, don't worry about a thing. No, no, no. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Oh, you know, don't worry, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing, every little thing is gonna be alright. Oh, you know. Y'all gonna sing along? You know the words. You ready? Let's do the chorus. Now what are the words? Ready? Rise up this morning, smile at the rising sun. 3 little birds perched by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. Singing, this is my message to you. Oh, oh, oh. Singing, don't worry about a thing. No, no. Every little thing, oh, it's gonna be alright. Oh. All right, all together. And I won't get crazy on you. We don't believe it. Ready? We're just gonna go, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Sing, don't worry about a thing. Nice. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Oh, you know, sing, don't worry about a thing. Oh, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Oh, you know, sing, don't worry about a thing. No, no. 'Cause every little thing, it's gonna be alright. Oh, you know. 'Cause we got the love, love. 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 Oh, we got the love, love. Oh, we got the love, love. We got the love, love. I will move. Rise up this morning, smile at the rising sun. 3 little birds perched by my doorstep, Singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. Singing, this is my message to you. Don't worry about the thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Oh, this is my message to you. 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 I told you.
We are so blessed, aren't we? Sorry.
We are so blessed. We have amazing musical talent in this community and so much heart and soul in this community. I look out on all of your faces and it is a joyful day. It is a joyful day. I appreciate each and every one of you. And right now we are going to have the daily word shared by our minister in training, Laura Ann Hartman. She's going to slow down. Last Sunday, she was on a marathon. She was getting it. She was like doing a 100-yard dash.
In complete transparency, I'm not used to speaking to a room full of people that are not only conscious but dialed into one mind. So you will be on this growth curve with me. I appreciate your patience. Today's daily word is joy. This is a daily inspiration from Unity. Joy. I feel fully alive and joyous. Sunday, December 19th, 2021. I feel the joy of God within me as a gentle spring. Bubbling up within my heart brings energy to everything that I do. This reassuring feeling assures me that I am living in harmony with my true spiritual identity. I discover joy by connecting with the Christ within. As I become a greater conduit, I find reward through kindness in the love that I share this holiday season. I express compassionate love to all as I align my heart to the greater heart of God, which beats steadily in the rhythm of joy. I share joy through selfless service, making every day an opportunity to make a difference by lifting someone up or making a conscious gesture to them, even a quiet word. Each act of kindness fills my heart with joy. And as I sat in the silence today, the new thought that came to me was, God is the flow of life within my body that brings me joy. Yeah. And if this feels right for you, repeat the affirmation after me. The affirmation is, it brings me joy. I am intrinsically motivated, open to experience joy in every moment.
I am intrinsically motivated, open to experience joy in every moment.
And the denial part of that is, I deny myself the ability to self-sabotage. I release resentments.
I deny myself the ability to self-sabotage. I release resentments.
And some tools to do so is, denials is one conscious way of saying, I don't want this in my life, I've changed my mind, or I deny its existence. Another tool is the spiritual understanding. Understanding is resentment is the opposite of joy. Another tool you can use to reclaim your time. That may look like an honest no, walking away, ending a conversation, setting an alarm, driving separate, leaving early, making a meme, or writing it on a sticky note.
It's so wonderful to watch her grow every day. Still gonna slow it down a bit. And now in that space of love and joy, Tracy is going to give us a beautiful crystal bowl meditation.
Good morning, everyone. And namaste.
Namaste.
So this is a little easier than the last time I played the bowls. I was trying to hold the microphone and do the bowls and take you through a guided meditation at the same time. So I'm going to see if I can do it this way instead. But I thought today our meditation, I'm going to take us through releasing and letting go and bringing in joy. And we're going to do that by moving through the sacred chakras until we can get to the crown chakra, so we can open to bring in all that is divine. And I asked Laura to step into playing some background music for me
Backup band.
with the bells. So if you could all please put your feet on the ground, close your eyes, get comfortable in your seat, and allow your feet to connect to the floor. Allow yourself to connect to your chair, and allow yourself just to be for the next few minutes. Take a deep breath as you close your eyes, and just let's do a few deep breaths. We're going to take it in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just releasing, letting go, just being in the moment, knowing that this is where you are. So take a few breaths and release. And feeling the ground connected to your feet and bringing up the Mother Earth energy into your body. So as you breathe, feeling the earth enter your body through your feet. Letting go. Taking a deep breath, just releasing, letting go. And we're going to move that energy from the earth and just keep bringing it up into the feet until we feel the connection to the earth. And as we move into the body, we're going to move through the legs and to the root chakra. And repeat after me in your mind, I am here. I am now. And I am safe. I am strong. I am supported, and I give support. moment, feeling connected to the earth, knowing that you are strong, knowing that you are supported, and that you give support. And releasing anything that doesn't support you. And releasing anything that doesn't make you feel strong. And as we move into the sacral chakra, the orange, the creativity, know that you're worthy. And that you're a work of art. And feel the creativity within yourself. Let your creativity be seen. Feel your expression. What do you want to express? Releasing anything that allows your body not to feel the creativity and expression. And filling it full of creativity. And take a deep breath and sit in that space for a second. And as we move into the solar plexus, the yellow, the gold, the sun, the light, know that you have a purpose. And you have confidence and power. And you have all the strength inside yourself to fulfill that. And if there's any thought there that keeps you from feeling your own power, release it now, so that you can only feel joy. And so it is, you know your purpose. And as we move up and into the heart chakra, we surround ourselves in the color green. And we affirm love. I love myself. I am love. I give love. And I receive love. I'm filled with unconditional love. have love for all beings. And I radiate joy to myself and to others. And as we move into the throat chakra, we surround ourselves in the color blue. And we know we have a voice. And we come from a place of truth. As we bridge the heart chakra and love. Our inner wisdom tells us where to go and what to say. And we let go of anything that closes that throat chakra and doesn't allow us to speak our truth. And we move into the third eye, the indigo. And we see our third eye open. And know that you're clear of all obstacles in your life that don't serve you purpose, so that you can see clearly through that third eye to manifest what it is that you want in your life. Your intuition knows everything. All you need to do is connect to it. And as we move up to the crown chakra, know that you're one with the universal flow. Know that you transcend through time and space and connect with all that matters, all that is good, all that is holy, all that is spirit. And know that you're provided for in every way. And we see a beautiful rainbow bridge in front of us that takes us back to the root chakra, that connects us to all things. And sit in that space for just a minute, seeing all the gifts in your life. And as you cross the rainbow bridge, back into the root chakra, feeling grounded and supported and safe. Allow yourself to come back into the room, slowly feeling your feet connected to the ground, knowing that all your chakras are lined, knowing that you have everything that you need and want in your life, and knowing how much you're loved and supported. And take a deep breath. As you open your eyes and know you're back here in the room. And thank you for letting me share with you today. And namaste. Come on, class.
It's okay. The Lauren's gonna sing. So now that you are aligned and balanced and open to receive, Lauren and I have a great synergistic, wonderful message for you about joy.
I'm still coming back. Tracy, thank you. That was wow. Thank you for that. That was absolutely just really thank you. Namaste. Namaste, Roger. All right. My arms are like wet spaghetti. And not only does this one tie in with Reverend Kimberly's message, but it perfectly ties in, relates, and resonates with what Tracy was offering in that most exquisite meditation. So let me get myself, okay. If it's okay with you, I'd like to drop the mic stand. I would like to share with you. So, in absolute, full, and vulnerable disclosure, I think probably the most nervous I've ever been. Playing music is here in front of you, with you, for you. And I can tell you why. And it's relative to this next song. Well, that and playing in front of like a group of 5 friends that might include the parents, that is also incredibly nerve-wracking. So this is absolutely, it's probably, let's see if I need it. I may not need it. Got the hum out? Till I step over here.
It's your radiation.
There we go. Right.
It's radiating out.
Right?
Right.
So, ever since I was a kid, this has always been, dang, really? It's absolutely been my all-time favorite Christmas song, tune. And there are two lines of this song that has, from childhood to present, has always brought me to tears. Goosebumps and tears. It lands in such a visceral place. And I was thinking about that. Here's this little drummer boy who's poor and is before the king, feeling like he has nothing to give that is fit for this king. He's got no gift. He's all these people around him with all kinds of money and all kinds of growth and all kinds of gold and jewelry and all this kind of thing. And he's like, what have I got? Oh, sweet boy, beloved. And with courage, with such courage, he steps up and asks, may I give of myself? May I play for you? May I give of my authentic heart? May I give my love to you? And will that be enough? Will I be enough? Will I be worthy? How many of you can relate to those little drummer boy moments? How many of you recognize yourselves as that little drummer boy, even today in our adult lives, right? And when the smile happens, the epitome of unconditional love, as symbolized in the Christian faith, smiles and says, yes, I see you. I honor you. I appreciate you. Thank you. There is no gift greater. Not all the riches, not all the gold, not all the diamonds. There is no greater gift that we could ever offer ourselves and each other than the gift of us. The gift of our time, the gift of our authentic love, the gift of our authentic caring, the gift of our authentic heart. And there's no greater joy than to have that seen, to have it seen, to be seen for all that we are, for all of our beauty and our bruises and everything that we ever hope to be and everything that we've been through and everything that we do and hope to do. Through our damage, through our successes, to be seen for that divine being that we always are. For that love that we always are and are always enough. And that was that namaste moment when that little baby looked at the drummer boy and said, I see you. Namaste. And I honor you. I honor you. There was recognition. They saw each other in that moment as equals. And that is the potency, I think, of the little drummer boy. And so, from that same spirit of honoring, I offer this to you, honoring your divine nature, seen, loved, and held.
Come, they told me, ba-rum-bum-bum. A newborn king to see, ba-rum-bum-bum. Our finest kiss we bring, ba-rum-bum-bum. To David for the king, ba-rum-bum-bum, rum-bum-bum, rum-bum-bum. So to honor him, ba-rum-bum-bum. When we come little baby, ba-rum-bum-bum. I am a poor girl too, ba-rum-bum-bum. I have no gift to bring, ba-rum-bum-bum. To the spirit to give our king, ba-rum-bum-bum, rum-bum-bum, rum-bum-bum. Shall I play with you, ba-rum-bum-bum? Merely nodding, ba-rum-bum-bum. The oxen men give time, ba-rum-bum-bum. I played my drum for him, ba-rum-bum-bum, rum-bum-bum, rum-bum-bum. I played my best for him, ba-rum-bum-bum, rum-bum-bum, rum-bum-bum. Bum-bum-bum, ba-rum-bum-bum, bum-bum, ba-rum-bum-bum, bum-bum, ba-rum-bum. Notice that the instrument that the little drummer boy played was the drum, the beat of the heart. He didn't play the lyre, the lute, or the harp. He played the heart, beat of the heart. It went races with joy. Then you smiled at me, ba-rum-bum-bum. Me and my drum.
Me and my drum. Me and my drum. Me and my drum. Me and my drum.
Oh, our beloved Lord, there is no greater gift than that gift that He just gave us. We see you.
Such an honor, such an honor. That's the best birthday I've ever heard.
So my spiritual message today is make a joyful noise. It's always a good morning, honey. Make a joyful noise. Make a joyful noise. But I also during the meditation that Tracy gave us so beautifully, I have to take a little side step from my message. You know, this time of the year, it's the traditional time of the year in the wheel of the year between the fall equinox and the winter solstice. It's that time of the year when our natural rhythm is that we are going within at a time of reflection, a time of meditation, a time of stillness. That's what this time is. However, our society has created for us a time of hustle and bustle. And so sometimes we get lost in that, confused in that, because our natural rhythm wants to slow down, relax, reflect. And society's telling us, don't go. You gotta get ready, you gotta be ready, you gotta go shopping, you gotta do all this stuff, you gotta get ready, you gotta do all that. So we find ourselves in that dichotomy that, oh, I feel like I need to take some time. So my friend, I'm saying, be good to yourself, be kind to yourself, take that self-love time during this time. Because this holiday season, for so many of us, it is a time of joy. And it is also a time of reflection, when we may be remembering Christmases past. We may be remembering loved ones who are no longer with us. And so that comes up to the forefront when we start doing these traditional things. And we feel that loss heavily. So I'm saying, my friend, take that sacred time that you need to sit in reflection. Maybe you find that during this time, you do spend a little more time in meditation. You do spend a little more sacred time in silence so that you can be who you are meant to be. And you can feel all those feelings because it is a joyful time. And yet, we feel all those emotions of this time. So give yourself that gift. And joy, it is an immersion into that space that is pure love and pure happiness. To see joy on someone else's face, to feel joy in our heart when the drum is playing, it syncs with us. that drumbeat syncs with us. It's a primal thing. All the tribes and all of our ancestors used a drum because it syncs with our heart and we feel it deeply. So I'm not saying that to feel joy, you have to never feel anything else, because we have everyday opportunities to get upset. Every day. Every day we have those opportunities, don't we? But we also have endless possibilities and opportunities to choose not to get upset. To know that we have no control over others, their thoughts or their actions. And we get so upset sometimes over what somebody did or what somebody said. And truly, the only thing we have control over is how we respond. We can react with knee-jerk. And usually that is in that same energy of upset, fear, and anger. But when we take that sacred breath in and we choose to respond rather than react, we are choosing to live in our joy. We are choosing to not give someone the opportunity to steal our joy, to take it away from us. We all have frustrations in life. We all have worry. We all have hurt. But when we take that breath in and change those emotions, give ourselves the opportunity to sit with that for a moment, but then to know we don't have to stay in it, that we can step forward, step out of it, and come into that joy and happiness. God gives us that ability to make that choice. In Psalms 30, David wrote, "We may weep through the night, but joy comes in the morning." So we have a time given to us to weep, to feel those feelings of hurt and worry. But then the sun breaks, the sun rises, and we get to be in that wonderful, beautiful, shining sun, that energy from our solar plexus, as Tracy led us through, and experience joy and happiness. So don't give your joy away, especially for things that you have no control over, things that people do and people say. So I want you to think just a moment, are you joyful? Are you happy? Are you? Then notify your face and smile. Because that smile, as DeLorean so beautifully said, that smile is how we radiate out to the world. Who we are, what we're feeling, is how we radiate that love that we bring into our heart chakra, that divine love that is a gift of our life. And we radiate it out. We radiate it out through our smile. That's how people know that we are happy and we are joyful and we are living in that. So create a joyful atmosphere around you. Create a joyful atmosphere in your home. We all can't be Jana and be that artful homemaker because it's not beautiful. But we can all create a joyful atmosphere in our home. We can create a joyful atmosphere at work. We can create a joyful atmosphere with our friends, with our family. And we can create a joyful atmosphere when we are alone. You know, some people might say that, oh, I go to work and then I go home and I'm all alone with nothing really to do until bedtime. There's two ways to see that. Some people see that as sadness and loneliness. And some people see it as an opportunity to be joyful with themselves. Do you like yourself well enough to be joyful when you are just you with your God presence with you? If you can be joyful in that time, you are being good to yourself. And then you can be good to all the other people in your life. You know, researchers say that small children laugh about 150 times a day. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah. Small children laugh 50 times a day, about 150. You know what they say the number is for adults? 3. Adults laugh 3 times a day on average. Are you average? Are you better than that? Better? All right. Are you up to that 150 with the children? Get in that place where you are experiencing. You know, last week I told you to check yourself. You know, check yourself and see, am I laughing? Think, how many times did you laugh yesterday? How many times did you laugh yesterday? Was it 3 or was it 150? Somewhere in between, probably. Yeah. So get with your time. Don't let yourself become a GOP, a GOP. I'm not saying political. I'm not getting into politics here. Don't be a grumpy old person. You know, if you're not laughing in your life, you're going to look old before your time. And I'm going to tell a story in a little bit about my grandmother, so I'm going to be sharing this on my family page with my 88 cousins. But I'm going to tell you, some of them that are the same age as me, I'm telling you, they have not been having the joy in their life. They have not been smiling. So I'm telling you right now, y'all got to start smiling more. Yes, because when you aren't smiling, when you aren't bringing the joy in your life, you're allowing yourself to get old before your time. So here's the story about my mama. My mom's mom, she's my Cherokee grandmother. So when I went to college, I went to East Tennessee State University, a good 30 minutes away from home. But I lived in the dorm because I was an athlete and they required that. So I lived in the dorm, but I came home frequently. On Wednesday, I only had like an 8 a.m. class, and then I was free until track practice. So generally, every Wednesday, I went home to visit my mom and dad, my mama, because I was just a homegirl. And so Mom had called me and said on Tuesday night and said, tomorrow when you come, would you mind to take Mama to the grocery store? I said, no. So I go home, and my mama lived up the holler, up Trambarger Holler. Y'all know that? So I drove up the holler, got my grandmother, and took her to the Kroger. So we got her groceries. There's 3 bags. Well, I made sure that bag boy was putting one of the bags locked because my grandmother was a strong, independent woman, and you ain't carrying all of her groceries. She might let you carry a bag or 2, but she's carrying some too. So Grandma got the light bag, and I got the other 2 bags, and we were carrying them out, and the young man said, can I take this for you? Mama said, no. So then he ran ahead and got the door for us, because that was back in the days before the doors automatically opened and closed, so you just walked near them. So he held the door for us, and we went outside. And I was putting the groceries in the back seat of the car, opened the door for Mama to get in. Mama said, well, Kimmy, I'm an old woman. I said, Mama, you are not an old woman. What are you talking about? Because I was just, 18. I said, "You're not an old woman." And she said, "Yes, I am." She said, "You know how I know that?" I said, "No, no, how do you know that?" And she said, "It's the way people treat me. It's the way people treat me." She said, inside, I still feel like that 15-year-old girl that married your papa. Because, you know, I am from a mountain, so we did that. So my mom was 15 when she and my papa got married. She said, inside, I still feel like that same girl. But I must be old. Because people treat me like I'm old. They want to carry my groceries. I said, Mama, he was just being nice. I want to carry my groceries and open the door for me. I said, Mama, he's just being nice. You're not old. But that lesson stuck with me. And here I am, not 18 anymore. But I still feel in my secret self, in that still small space within, I'm still that same person. I'm still that same girl that I was when I was 18. I still think maybe I have a little more wisdom and a little more discernment, but I still feel like that same girl inside me. So the lesson I took from that from my grandmother was, don't let anybody steal your joy. Don't let somebody make you feel like you're old before your time. It's that laughter and living in joy that's going to keep you young. It's going to keep, you might have some laugh lines. I don't mind those wrinkles. Yeah, I don't mind those laugh line wrinkles at all, because they just show I'm living a joyful life. But living. So, because when you get old, you start having old thoughts. You start thinking, oh, I can't do that. Can't do that anymore. My knees won't let me do that. My ankles won't let me do that. No, can't do that. Who's living in that right now? So here's an aging tip. So to stay young, not let people get you old before your time, live in your joy. Don't have those old thoughts. Have a new thought. You might have heard that before. I think that's our whole philosophy, isn't it? That's what we teach. Have a new thought. Keep your mind active. Keep your body active. Your spirit growing. And then put all that together, and what do we have? We have our mind, body, and spirit. And that's what this ministry is focused on. Letting you have a healthy mind, an active mind, a healthy and active body, and a healthy and active spiritual life. That's what is my intention for this ministry. So I just gave you a secret. Just keep thinking those new thoughts. And you know what? If you're not living in joy, you're disconnected from source. Because just as Tracy taught us today, and just as Delana taught us today, when we open up our heart and allow that divine source energy to come in and then flow out and radiate out to the world, we are joyful. So if that's not how you're living, you are disconnected. So how can we get reconnected if we find that we might have a disconnect? That beautiful meditation was one way. Listening to that beautiful song, given purely from the heart, as the greatest gift in the world is. And then Psalm 16 says, "You make known to me the path of life. In your presence there is fullness of joy. At your right hand are pleasures forevermore." And that was David writing a song to God. In your presence is joy. So if you allow that divine presence to be within you, be all around you, you can't help but be in joy. Even though there are worries and frustrations in the world, you can choose to use those as learning tools, teaching tools. You can choose to see the joy, even in something that might not at first seem to be joyful. But usually, later on, you realize Spirit was working for your better good, and then you go, oh, light bulb moment. That was a joyful moment that happened to me, even though I didn't think it or know it in the time. So be present with yourself. And laughter is healing. Laughter is one of the greatest healers in the world. You know, have you ever been to a funeral and it's so somber and so sad? Because we are all in that space where we have lost in physical presence a loved one. But then all 88 cousins get around and we start telling stories, happy memories of Nana, of Mom and Dad. Start telling those happy stories, living in those happy memories, and we start laughing, and all of a sudden, everything is lighter because we are healing in our heart from the grief. There is a time and a place for all of that. There's a time and a place for the grief, and then there's a time and place to allow laughter to help bring you to that place of healing. Because there is a balance and a harmony in the natural world. We are meant to live in harmony. We are meant to live in that balance. So we have a little frustration and worry. And then we take a breath in and we allow ourselves to come to that place of joy and love by being present with our God self, by being present with that Christ consciousness within us that lifts us, lifts our spirit, and we find our joy, because in the presence of God is joy. So when we allow ourselves to be present, somebody asked me, how do I have a deeper connection to God? No one person has a deeper connection than any other person. God is there, accessible for all of us. God is omnipresent, all around us all the time, within us all the time. I don't have a greater connection to God than you have. No one does. We all have the same access. It's just that some people live their life more present in the connection. And when they are more present in the connection, the perception is that they have a deeper connection because they are living in that present moment, present with their connection to God. So that's a challenge for you. Be present with God, because in the presence of God is joy. Laugh. Laugh with your lover. Laugh with your children. Laugh with your parents. Laugh with your friends. Laugh. Let that laughter bring you to that place of healing in your life. And a friend shared with me a quote by Mark Twain that said, to get the full value of joy, you must have someone to divide it with. So laugh. And even if that presence is in spirit, laugh. I still laugh with my mom, although she's been gone from my physical presence for 4 years now. I still laugh with her. Something will happen and it'll be fun. I lost my brother 22 years ago yesterday, but I am still present with him. he still makes me laugh sometimes. And every once in a while, I get a whiff of cherry pop tobacco. And it reminds me of my brother. And I know he's sending me a message. He's telling me to pay attention to something. So I perk up and pay attention. Because I'm present with that. I tell him about my successes. And I sit and tell him about things that weren't a success. Because my brother and I used to sit and talk. Sometimes it'd be 3:30 in the morning before we realized how late it was. Even as adults, we did that. I'd go over to his house, or he'd come over to my house, we'd sit on the back porch. His wife and son would be in the bed asleep, and they didn't know I was there. And my boys would be in the bed asleep, and they didn't even know Uncle Steve was there. We'd sit and talk. He was my best friend. He was my best friend. He was the one I could talk to about anything and everything. And he still is. He still is that person for me. Even though he's been gone from my physical presence for 22 years, I can still sit and share that with him. And what a joy to be present. What a joy. You know, stress and inflammation is the root of almost all the illnesses, especially in this country. We are stressed people. We bring in that stress, we live it. Inflammation. But there is healing power in that laughter, because that laughter releases all of those feel-good hormones that help boost our immune system, help make us healthier. So we want to boost our immune system. We want to feel that, just like Fillmore taught us. We can heal ourselves from anything. She healed herself from tuberculosis, 2 years of praying and new thought and positive thought. She healed herself from a disease that they told her would kill her, that she wouldn't live for more than 2 more years. And she said, that's not my truth. I am a child of God, and I do not inherit sickness. And so she prayed every day over her illness and affirmed that she was whole and healthy. And so she was. So stay in your joy. So in closing, I'm going to give you something. It's your job. It's your job. It's going to be your job until the end of the year, until our burning bowl ceremony. That's January 2nd, Sunday, January 2nd. So your job is to stay in your joy. Don't let anyone take your joy. And you know, they say that it takes 21 days to break a habit or start a new habit, or 3 weeks, but I'm saying no. It's not a time thing, and it's not a repetition thing. It's an intention thing. What is your intention? So I want you to set your intention that you will live in joy every day from now until we have our burning bowl. And then, I'm gonna walk in here and say, everybody have a facelift? What you been doing? What you been doing? A facelift. Because y'all gonna look so young, because you have those new thoughts, you set those intentions. Everybody's gonna be so young, so I better get to it myself.
Can we all say that together?
Yes. Say what? Set our
What you
intentions.
just said about the joyful, having the intention until the end of the year.
Okay.
Can we all say
So Donna wants us all to say that together.
that? More power.
So I will set my intention
I set my intention
to be joyful
to be joyful
every day
every day
from now until the burning bowl.
from now on.
So set that intention. Stay on your high road. Stay on your joy. Don't give your joy to others, and don't let them take it. Because there are those that will try to take your joy. There are those that, small-minded people that may try to discredit you from time to time, make you feel like you're less than they are or less than you need to be. They make you feel old. Old and tired. Sick and tired and old. So I'm saying, don't be baited. Don't be baited into that conflict, and don't be baited by those distractions. Be in your joy. So if the opportunity presents itself to be upset during the day, say, no, I'm going to choose joy. Somebody zips in and takes that parking place that you've been waiting on, and they zip in from the other way and took it. Say, okay, I see you. And you might think something else. But you're going to say, I'm not going to let you take my joy. I'm going to give you another parking space. So that's your job, and it's your assignment to stay in your joy. Be who you are meant to be. Be that person God created you to be. So I can't wait to come in now for the burning bowl. And we're still debating whether we're going to get to have a fire or not, because the city's saying, not unless we have like 3 meetings of the town council and everything. But we're going to get something worked out. So we might have a fake fire, and then we'll take them and burn them afterwards. But we're going to do something. So on the burning bowl, January 2nd, I'm going to expect to see you at your best. I'm going to be coming in here going, look at all these smiling faces, been living in their joy.
All of us carrying fire pits.
Yes, yes.
Above ground fire pits, yeah.
So if I leave you with that today, that's all. Stay in your joy. Stay in that love. Radiate it out. And so it is. And here is our amazing and wonderful President of the Board of Trustees, Ms. Cindy.
Thank you. Beloved community, it's so great to be here with you. Thank you for being here today. This is Membership Sunday. And why do you want to join the church? Why do you want to join the community? In solitude, we discover that community is not only a common ideology, but also a response to a common call. That is community. We are here for each other because we have been called to be here, to be with each other in this community. So we're very excited that we have the opportunity to offer membership orientation. And Reverend Kim is going to do that immediately after service. And I want to just say one thing. When Lauren talked about these things before her song, may I give of myself, and will I be enough, and will I be worthy? I say yes, yes, yes. We offer ourselves to each other when we join this community. And after Reverend Kim's talk, I think we might need to change our mission statement and call ourselves a joyful community.
Yeah.
Because as I sit here and as I come and as I prepare throughout the week, it fills me with joy. So thank you, my beloved community, our beloved community. You give that to me, and I hope I give it back to you. Last week, we sent a 3D video of our vision for a spiritual campus. I don't know if you got that in the newsletter. It's been very popular, so thank you if you have clicked on that. But take a look at that. And also, that's a starting point for a spiritual community for us. There's a long way between that building and where we are today. And soon we will overflow this hall and look for a new space. So please put that in your intention that we will find an interim place to celebrate with our spiritual community. And when you put that in your intention out there, it has to have some classrooms so we can hold some events.
Yeah.
We have to be able to meet there during the week, and it's gotta be what I'm gonna call affordable. So if you can put that out there, that would be really helpful. Last week, your generosity was overwhelming again, as it is every week. We raised, your offering was $740. $74 of that is going into our St. Vincent de Paul fund. People also dropped off blankets and hats and t-shirts and socks for the homeless, and we filled that box up. So Jana went out and got a new box, and we brought that, so we can fill that up again. So thank you for your generosity. What can I offer? I'm gonna go back to what can I offer. Besides membership in our community, we do need some volunteers. There is a sheet in the back for a capital fund campaign coordinator and some other volunteers, and a lot of lovely people have signed up to help us set up and break down and things like that. So there is a list in the back if you are interested in offering your talents to our community. We would appreciate it. For prayer requests, I want you to know that Bill and Sue Loving, and they're online probably watching us, they are in Colorado, and they do all of our prayer requests. And I just want to share one experience that I had. I had a kind of a rough week this week, but about midweek, I started to feel peace come back into my heart. And yesterday, I'm sorry. Yesterday, Bill sent me an email just to remind me that he was praying for me and for us. It meant the world to me. It's another reason to join community, because we had that kind of support amongst ourselves. Sorry. Kim, would you take us through the upcoming events? And if you are staying for the membership, please stay in your seats. And anybody who would like to stay for fellowship, there's coffee and cookies. And Bill, thank you for doing that. That's a real blessing that you give to us so that we can have fellowship. So.
All right. So we have our winter solstice coming up Tuesday. And then Friday we have out. So it's 6:30 right outside here on the beach, just right out here. So you can park here and come right over, or you can park over here and come right out. It's gonna be 6:30 right out here on the beach, the winter solstice. Camille is coming. She's got a beautiful, she's gonna sing the winter solstice song, and she's going to do drumming. So bring your drums, bring your rattles, bring your flutes, bring any noisemakers you want to celebrate in the winter solstice celebration. We're gonna have a wonderful, beautiful ceremony welcoming back the light. That's what the winter solstice is all about. Welcoming back the light, because it's the longest night, the shortest day, but then the days start getting longer, the nights start getting shorter, all the way up to summer solstice. So then Friday night, we have our Christmas Eve celebration right outside. And either of those events, somebody said it might rain. So if it might rain, we have a shelter right out there. So if it might rain, we have a shelter. So don't worry. And on our Christmas Eve service, Amy is going to be playing the flute, and Jemiah is going to be singing for us. And I'm going to be doing a little message, because it's mostly going to be all that celebration and music and our candles. And my little message is going to be on the metaphysical meaning of Christmas. So I hope you'll join us for those. And then, as I said, that already got you warm. The Burning Bull is January the 2nd, right here in our Sunday service. So it's going to be fabulous. And we might fill it in for that one. We might. And then we have January 8th, we have a workshop. And it's going to be Artful Home and Garden, where we were having service in the garden. But it's a prayer flag workshop. We're going to be creating our own prayer flags with your own words, your own drawings, your own prayers, your own affirmations. Because then the traditional time to hang prayer flags is with the Lunar New Year, the Chinese New Year, more most people know it as the Chinese New Year because they use the lunar calendar. So it's February 1st. So you will have come to the workshop and learn how to make some, and then maybe go home and make some more, and then you'll hang them up. Within 14 days of the Lunar New Year is the traditional time to hang those prayer flags. And the concept or the thought with prayer flags is that you create this prayer flag with a prayer or an affirmation, and then you hang it. And when you hang it outside up high and the wind blows it, it carries that intention of that prayer or that affirmation out to the world. So we need more of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, put more of that good energy out to the world. So we'll have the Lauren come up and sing for us again. And I hope you all will all join us for all that. Oh, and then January 22nd, we have our Mind, Body, Spirit Expo that is going to be at the casino. And we're talking to the city this week, that might be our new spiritual home as well. We're going to be talking to the city about that. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, okay. So this, I did not plan to match the curtains today.
Yeah.
Check, check, check.
Much better. All right. Did not plan to do that. So.
What a beautiful service today. Amazing. Yeah. How you feel? Yeah, right? You feel that joy? You know, Reverend Kim was talking about, you know, the time of the season you feeling lost and choosing joy. You know, that joy, that divine stuff isn't something that lives outside of you. It is you. It is you. So it's just about being able to making the choice to make contact with that. And knowing that that abiding joy is what provides that foundation to be able to be in that grief as well. To be able to honor the things, people that we're missing this time of year. Or every day.
So.
I'm gonna close it out with an original tune called If I Told You. And I couldn't have picked this one anymore. Of course I didn't. It was last moment inspiration, and I understand now after hearing all the messages today. Tracy's meditation, Reverend Kimberly's message, the sharing. It is absolutely, thank you, Spirit, thank you. Song is called If I Told You. If I told you you have everything you need, would you believe? And if I told you you are enough, would you believe? And if I told you you have nothing to prove for love, would you believe? And if I told you you have only you to be for love, would you believe? There is no scar, there is no wound too ugly or too deep to heal. There is no scar, there is no wound too ugly or too deep to heal. By the precious hand, by the precious hand of love, do you believe? Let love will move your mountain heart. Yes, love, love will move your mountain. Oh, and love will move your mountain. And love will be always your sweet foundation. Love, oh love, rule your mountain. Love, and love will always be your sweet foundation. And if I told you you are loved just as you are, would you believe? And if I told you you are stardust, would you believe? If I told you you are loved beyond measure, would you believe? If I told you there is no treasure more precious than you, would you believe? There is no scar, there is no wound too ugly or too deep to heal. There is no scar, there is no wound too ugly or too deep to heal. By the tender hand, by the tender hand of love, do you believe that love will move your mountain heart? And love, oh love, move your mountain. No, I said, oh love, will move your mountain. Love will be a sweet foundation. Love will move your mountain. Oh, my brothers, oh, my sisters, you are the love. Oh, my brothers, oh, my sisters. Oh, love
All my brothers, all my sisters, you are the love. Oh, you will move, you will move. You're my way, yes you will. And you, oh my love, you sweet fountain. Yeah, and love will always be your sweet fountain. And if I told you you are loved just as you are, would you believe? So honored and so grateful to be a part of this community. I see you and I love you. I see you and I love you. And I honor you. Reverend Perez, thank you. Namaste. Cindy Zontek, thank you so much for all the work you're doing. And I'm just so grateful. Thank you.
So believe that, know that. So if you'll all stand, we're just gonna close out with our prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. For God is amazing.
All the time.
And all the time.
God is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have a beautiful week. And if you're staying for the class, stay right in here. I'm gonna have you two cup coffee. And Bill has coffee and refreshments right outside for anybody who wants to stay. And I know a few of you told me you had things to go to.